will never forget to preach what this woman did. All the four had to write it. Simeon or Simon, this must be Simon. Simeon is written differently. Simon of Bethany was accounted a disciple of Jesus. He was one of the few Pharisees who had openly joined Christ's followers. You remember Nicodemus joined, but secretly. Jesus as a teacher and hoped that he might be the Messiah. He only hoped. But he had not accepted him as a savior. His character was not transformed. His principles were unchanged. We have such believers today. Christ to us is just a good teacher, but our characters are not yet transformed. We still think like the world thinks. We reason like the world reasons. We see things from the lenses of the world. Simon had been healed. He's called Simon the leper. He had actually been healed of leprosy. And it was this that had drawn him to Jesus. Oh, good teacher healed me. I need to be close to him. A disease that could not be healed. So I need to follow this guy because after all, I'm no longer a leper. So he followed Jesus because he had been healed of his leprosy. And it was this that had drawn him to Jesus. He desired to show his gratitude. And at Christ's last visit, because it is that last visit, and then we begin the Passover. Oh, Muzungu, that thing is not killing you. The only Muzungu around. Don't you think so? Yeah. Kuruwinjo Maharaj. He desired to show his gratitude. And so at Christ's last visit to Bethany was like a home to Jesus. Anytime he got tired, he went to sleep and rest and bathe. And his clothes are washed at King Lazarus' place. That was his last visit. And so Simon made a feast for the Savior and his disciples, which we all at times do. We have a way of showing gratitude for the things people have done to us. So Simon knows this is the last time this guy shows up here in Bethany. I need to show my gratitude for the healing I received. At the table, the Savior sat with Simon who had cured of a loathsome disease on one side, and Lazarus, whom he had raised from the dead, on the other side. So I don't know which side they were, but I'm assuming Simon was seated on the left, Lazarus was seated on the right. That's my assumption. Now read with me Luke chapter 7. Luke chapter 7. We will not read how it's recorded in Luke, but I just want to pick a few things. Luke chapter 7, verse 39. Let me pick it from verse 36. Then one of the Pharisees asked him to eat with him, that is Simon. And he went to the Pharisee's house and sat down to eat. And behold, a woman in the city who was a sinner, even the Bible knew her as a sinner, who was a sinner, when she knew that Jesus sat at the table in the Pharisee's house, brought an alabaster flask of fragrant oil and stood at his feet behind him weeping. And she began to wash his feet with her tears and wiped them with the hair of her head. And she kissed his feet and anointed them with the fragrant oil. Now 39. When the Pharisee who had invited him saw this, Simon, he spoke to himself. He didn't even say it loudly. But Christ reads all hearts. Do you know, when I'm talking to you and you say, after all, or fool, Christ knows it. Those things we say in the heart that man can't tell, Christ knows. Even when you stand with a young girl and you can tell she wants you. After all, she's not beautiful. Christ so hard. He spoke to himself saying, this man, look at how he refers to Jesus. This man, if he were a prophet, it means he knows this man is not even a prophet. If this man was a prophet, would know who and what manner of woman this is who is touching him, for she is a sinner. To Simon, Christ was just a great teacher, an ordinary man who perhaps should have been a prophet. He's not, because if he was, he would have known that he's dealing with a what? A sinner.